Actually, our faculties never had any sort of formal training in conducting online classes. And I'm very happy that within a short time, all the faculties have developed some skills to teach them online. And of course, still we have not mastered, and because probably we did not have any professional training or professional input to go with online teaching. And though our faculty now have got some inputs, and they are onto the job on online teaching, and I feel that this FDP will enhance the skills further to be on online. I feel that the online classes not necessarily be confined to the pandemic situations where we are off. I'm sure all this knowledge that we have gained so far, and now through this FDP, I think it's going to be a regular affair. I felt that the combination of regular classes and online classes definitely is going to add up a lot of things for the students community at large, and our own faculty. And so it's going to be a regular affair in future. So it's the right time that we get some professional inputs on the online teaching, especially on the assessment part. I think our faculties do require a lot of inputs, and maybe they would like to clarify a lot of things on the assessment part too. So with these words, I welcome you all for this program, and we have kept it just 1 hour a day so that all of you will have time to spare and amidst your schedule of online teaching. And this is going to be 5 days feast of 1 hour each. So I welcome you all, and a special welcome to Dr. Vimal Gerald. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Ramana Kumar. Ramana Kumar?
Yes, sir. I have made it, sir.
Yeah, you just you can start with the introduction to the speaker, and you can start the program.
And I welcome Dr. Vimal Gerald. Dr. Vimal Gerald is presently working in St. Joseph College since 2009. He finished his master's in computer application from Bardiyar University and MBA from Allahabad University, Karaikudi. And he also finished his MPhil in computer science from Vinaya Machines University, Salem, and has submitted his PhD in computer science specialization in IoT. And he was also the member of IEEE and ASTF. And he published 13 research articles in international and national journals, which Scopus indexed and UGC approved indexed journals. And he has guided 100 plus PG and UG projects. And he also carried out minor and minor research projects from UGC. He got a Best Researcher Award and award for minor research projects from St. Joseph College for the year of 2017. And he was awarded as the Best Computer Science Faculty Award by ASDF in December 2019 from Chennai. And he has been a consultant of softwares and web development for organizations and institutions. He regularly delivers invited talks at different levels of conferences, workshops, and as soft skill professional, he has trained many students from many colleges. He has organized workshops, conference at national and international level, and he also the cultural coordinator, activities, and student affairs in the institution where he works now. And he is also a recipient of Best Cultural Coordinator Award from Bharathidasan University in the year of 2018. He strongly believes in shaping the students ensured to him with professional excellence using information technology. So I request you, Dr. Vimal Gerard, go on with the sessions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Ramana. Could you please give me options? Yeah, thank you.
Sure, sir. I need it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Respected Professor, respected Board of Management of VMR Department of Pathology, Department of Speech Therapy, Pathology, and esteemed members from various institutions connected over here. A very happy morning to you all. I'm indeed very happy and proud to be part of this program organized by VMFRI, the Department of Speech Therapy. Dear professors, I appreciate you all. You know, the whole world is locked. The entire world is locked, but we have been, connected online, learning something, updating our knowledge for the benefit of the students who are interested to us. As Professor Rajan really said, it is going to be hereafter, we may end up the pandemic or the ban or the lockdown may be lifted, but the online teaching and learning will continue. Keeping that in mind, let us update ourselves with the digital skills, and it has been scheduled for the 5 days. I do appreciate the thoughtfulness of the department, having invited very many departments to train them for the benefit of the student community. Special appreciation to Professor Rajan and the faculty members of the department, also Professor Ramana Kumar, the coordinator. So with a short note of compliments, I would like the schedule today. Is my screen visible? Am I visible to you? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Sir.
Yeah, it's visible.
Is it visible? Yeah. Thank you, sir. So, dear professors, the first session, see today, every day the session is scheduled for 1 hour, as Dr. Rajan rightly said, because you will be able to spare some time. You are very busy. I know you're all very busy and you're dealing with, so many children, and you're also taking care of hospitals, clinics. So apart from your busy schedule, you are able to spend some time. And every day you 1 hour and just 15 minutes extra, because 15 minutes is taken for the inaugural procedure. So I would like to have go up to 11:15. And dear professors, for today, we will have orientation on ICT based teaching, learning and evaluation. Why at all do we need to have online education? Then we will move on for the demonstration. Okay. I would like to interact. We are about 50 plus. So I would like to interact with you all. So let us interact. As faculty members, please feel free to talk to me at any time. Never hesitate. It is a very, very small number. So never hesitate to interrupt and interact with me. And it is not that I talk all the time. You can also sponsor. You can change the idea that whatever that I tell you, you can complement. You can add up whatever that I do. Okay. This 10 to 15 minutes, I will orient you on ICT-based TLE, ICT-based TLE. And evaluation. Dear professors, the whole world is digital era. Many of you may know at your childhood days, you might have seen, you stand in the long queue for book your tickets. These days, we get information. Just immediately. For example, if you get the information in next 2 seconds. And it goes viral all over because of the social media. The whole world has become digital, and it has become a whole village because of the digital era. Education is digitalized, agriculture is digitalized, transport is digitalized, almost health is digitalized, and most all the domains are digitalized, and hence the whole village has become digital era. And our life has become smarter. As I told you just before, we were standing in long queue for booking our tickets and going to shops for getting things. Now these days you sit at home. Even during pandemic, we sit at home. We buy things. We buy food even. Order, next moment the food comes in half an hour time. And we sit at home, we select materials, and it is being delivered from all over the world. Our life has become so much smart, and all of us are leading a wonderful, comfortable life. And in future, it's going to be much more interesting. Professors, you are all from medical field. You know, it is going to be much more interesting with the invent of IoT and robotics. No, robots are going to treat the patients. Robots are going to be used in hospital domains, medicine. Robots are going to be used with the various fields. And there is also another new concept called Internet of Things. You may be knowing it's not new concept. It was introduced in 1991. So with the advent of Internet of Things, the future is going to be much more interesting. Now, dear professors, it is not only the digital era for the various fields. Look at here, there are so many fields that are listed here. So many domains. All are digitalized. That includes agriculture too, medicine too, transport too, and so on. Why not in education? Yes, we were actually anticipating huge transformation in education. The transformation of digital-based transformation from conventional teaching and learning. We were actually anticipating, and we were involved for institutions like St. Joseph's and other bigger institutions. They were already taking care of LMSs, learning management system, and they had institutions, and you might have also been experienced with that. So there are a lot of tools were introduced even before the pandemic. Now we are forced, whether we like it or not, we were actually anticipating in next 5 years time. But fortunately or unfortunately, this COVID has transformed the education from conventional to online based teaching, learning, evaluation. So it is going to be, future is going to be this. Your classroom, no more books and notes with computers. All classroom. We never allowed our students to carry mobile phones, but now without mobile phones, they cannot be. All the tests and other activities could be taken through mobile. Yes, there is a shift from the the conventional teaching, learning, evaluation to ICT-based teaching, learning, evaluation. And the situation has helped us to go, or the situation forced to move from the conventional to ICT-based TLE. And dear professors, dear teachers here, please take it from me, and you all know it is no more teacher centric. There is a shift from teacher centric or institution centric education to student centric education. The online education purely going to be student centric education, and there is going to be a huge change. Now, what are the changes that we foresee, and what are the benefits of this online based teaching and learning advantages? It is a strong platform, dear professors. It is a strong platform. Why do I consider it a strong platform? You are able to connect to any number of students. For example, we are connected to 50. I can connect even to more than 10,000 people over online. I can connect it to live streaming options like YouTube and other Facebook and so on. Not only to our students, globally I can reach out. It's a strong platform. It reduces paperwork. Number of paperworks are reduced. All the works are done digitally. People submit their assignments online. Teachers evaluate online. Teacher upload their materials online. So likewise, there are so many activities online, and so the paperwork has been reduced. And a lot of creativity is there. See, it's not like just like chalk and talk. You have to be prepared with PowerPoint. You have to be prepared with e-content. You must be ready for the content delivery. Otherwise, we will cut a sorry figure when we handle classes. So a lot of creativity involved, both from staff part of view. And there is a ease of learning. For example, students become comfortable, and the classes can be held at any time because you need not have a time frame. For example, morning 10 to 1 o'clock. No, you can have classes in the evening. If you are comfortable, you can even have class at night sometime, maybe later. And if you would like to clarify, you can call the students online. You can clarify them. So there is a ease of learning, and recorded sessions are available. They can go leisurely, and they can go through any number of times. Even if they happen to miss the class, they will be able to be loaded with materials, and that will be a great use for the students. So there is a great amount of ease of learning. And my dear professors, as you all know, all the competitive examinations are conducted online. Now the examinations are being conducted online. So preparation for the online examination becomes comfortable for the students. They are acquainted with the online examination. Once they go for competitive examinations, they feel comfortable. So the exam preparation becomes lighter. And there is a lot of cognition, improvement of cognition is there. See, number of articles, research articles are written, the assessment of online education. There are disadvantages, but still this cognition level of the students has been increased because of the creative method of teaching and learning evaluation. And there is a possibility of self-learning. Students can learn on their own at their own pace. Okay. For example, if there are some slow learners, see, sometimes all that we teach may not be understood by all the students. So what do? Recorded sessions can be made use, and they can learn on their own pace. For example, I go train professors. Sometimes it happens. Many professors, many a times, the professors, they don't get it because of they are from non-technical background. So what do? They ask for recorded sessions, so they can learn or obtain the skill on their own pace. There is a possibility of self-learning. Even if they miss one of the classes, they can avail the recorded version or material supplied by the teacher. And there is also feasibility of peer teaching. Students teach fellow students. Greater amount of peer teaching there, and through which the leadership quality of the students improve. These are all advantages of online teaching, learning, education. And look at here, these are all various learning techniques. The online classes are conducted, online webinars are conducted, online seminars are conducted, workshops, FDPs, online tests are conducted, online quizzes. Tests are maybe internal, external tests, semester examinations, and so on. Even semester examinations are conducted online these days. There is no other go. And online assignments, we give assignments online, we evaluate the assignments, and we send them the marks. And there is a greater amount of expertise sharing. For example, if I would like to get Professor Rajan, I can get him online. See, he may be in one place and our students may be in Trichy or elsewhere. So he will be able to share his expertise, not necessarily from various parts from his own native to Trichy. It is not necessary. So if you would like to get anybody, maybe a speech therapist, an expert in speech therapy from foreign country, you can get him online. See, there is a huge amount of economy is being reduced. Expenses has been brought down for organizing programs. We are able to connect number of people for the webinars, seminars. So expertise sharing is a greater advantages or technique which is part of online teaching and learning. See, so far I've shared about the glory of online teaching and learning. My teachers all complain because in online teaching and learning there is no personal touch and so on. See, there are disadvantages. There are disadvantages such as students' involvement. We do not know whether the students involve fully in online classes because cameras are off. Right now, 50 professors are there. I hope all of you are listening. So, but in online classes, we do not know what is the mentality of the students. There is no personal touch. I'm not able to read the mind of the students. I'm unable to read the mind. What do they think? And at classes, we'll be able to look at them, read their minds, whether they understand whatever that we tell you. From the mere sight, we'll be able to know. But that is lacking here in online classes. And sometimes it becomes monotonous. Every time only the teacher teaches, it becomes monotonous and it is bored, and students get disconnected. And again, sometimes we go teacher centric. Whatever that I want to tell you, I just teach the students. There is no interaction with the students, and there is no relationship. At classes we used to inquire how are you and all that, but here there is no personal touch, there is no relationship, and there are also indifference. Indifference means students do not care about what the teacher says, and the teacher many a times, don't worry about whether the students learn or not. Let me finish my syllabus. So likewise, there are several disadvantages. And one more important disadvantage or limitation in online education is that the country like India, ours, we lack in facilities, infrastructure facility with regard to network. See, many students are connected from villages where we do not have proper networking facility, and the data bandwidth is limited for the students, and they don't afford to buy bandwidth for our whole day activity. For example, they may have 1 GB or 2 GB, which may be enough for 1 or 2 classes. How about you if you go for completely online? So it will be a great difficulty with regard to infrastructure. So all these should be rectified in the course of time to have an efficient online teaching and learning. See, the higher education should be redesigned. Professors, please take it from education should be designed. Entirely, the policy has to be redesigned, and slowly the government of India is taking a lot of initiative. I must appreciate the central government and the state government. Particularly the government Ministry of Education, has brought a lot of schemes changing the education into digital. Where wonderful schemes are there. Digital libraries there, and there are so many schemes to train teachers digitally, and there are so many schemes to connect different universities, institutions. So it has to be redesigned with regard to syllabus framing. And one more information I want to give you, dear professors. See, 40% UGC. I don't know about AICT. You all belong to. I think. I hope you all belong to medical council. But UGC has clearly defined that out of 100%, 40% of the syllabus can be obtained online. See, for example, St. Joseph's offers BSc chemistry. Out of 100, 40% of the syllabus, the students can go avail online, e-content materials available by MOOC, SWAYAM, or NPTEL. So they can get the credit and come back to the institution and they can get the degree. So the policy is slowly changing. So it has to be redesigned with regard to policies. It has to be redesigned with the syllabus. It has to be redesigned with teaching and learning mechanisms, also evaluation. So these are all the factors to be redesigned the higher education arena. And it should be more collaborative. For example, I should be able to connect with the Professor Rajan for getting necessary help for our children. And Professor Rajan, in vice versa, maybe for digital technology, he has to get expertise from arts and science or engineering colleges. And it should be more flexible with regard to timing particularly. And teachers and students should be given more autonomy. For example, to hold classes, to conduct tests, to assess, to have assignments. See, when we have conventional teaching and learning, we have limited resources with buildings and so on. In online education, it is not limited. The buildings and the timing is not limited. So it should be flexible for the teachers, students, and the management online classes, invariable of time and resources. And it should be more innovative. Let it not be again a boring lecture. It should be more innovative, and we should invent lot of techniques to go reach out to the students, which could be very, very creative and which will be attracting the students. And it should be more interactive. See, I go train professors with regard to, we also will have 2-3 tools to interact during online teaching. To interact, we need to interact. There are so many specific tools to interact. I used to completely, for example, if I take 45 minutes class, I used to completely interact and record everything. Whatever students tell them, I record. See, every day it's recorded. So I take it for internal. Every day they have to answer me in the chat. I record that and evaluate that also. Maybe later consolidate that for internals. So it should be more interactive. It should not be a monologue. Right now I'm talking to you, but I don't know messages. So I will try to get yourself as well. So that should be interact. There should be a lot of be there. So out of all these difficulties, immediately as teachers, we must concentrate on interactive teaching, learning, evaluation. There should be interactivity. There should be liveliness in online classes. And we should never feel that we are not able to be in touch with the students. We should be more and more interactive. Please emphasize that. I have emphasized that. And dear professors, there are numbers. Please note down all these. I have also shared the PPT with Professor Ramana Kumar, and he will share it to you. See, there are a lot of learning management system. How many of you are acquainted with Moodle? Just the chat. How many of you are acquainted with Moodle? Can you press 1 in chat? Can I have your answers? Can I have your answers, dear professors?
Even all you
Just-
also can unmute and speak.
Yeah, I think very less.
Yeah,
very
you can
less in
unmute and
number.
speak. No problem.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very less in number.
Not aware,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, not much.
Oh, oh, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I'm getting all messages. Thank you, Professor. I like a way of interacting. Right now, LMS learning management system. They see Moodle is one of the best learning LMS. Moodle is one of the very best and secured. Not only security with the data, also security for the teachers and the tests that you conduct. The best LMS ever in the world, and it is also open source. You can customize. For example, if the department VMR can adapt and customize based on your need, it can be completely customized. You know, there are LMSs generally they host uploading materials. They allow. See, there are two. Thank you, process. There are two of online teaching and learning. One is synchronous mode and another one is asynchronous mode. Synchronous is I'm directly connected. For example, I'm directly speaking to you, directly having classes. This is synchronous mode. In asynchronous mode, we upload materials. We upload e-content. See, we allow the students to learn on their own, and maybe we can have assessment. That is asynchronous. Have you got it? Synchronous and asynchronous. These LMSs come under asynchronous mode. That facilitates asynchronous mode of teaching and learning. We upload our content and we allow the students to have clarification. Sometimes chat, maybe directly we can have chat, or maybe later you can answer query. You can have assessment of evaluation based on some assignment or test. All these are facilitated by LMSs. There are very many LMSs. The first one that I rank is Moodle. In my perception, it is, you need not take it as I tell. So you may be comfortable with any of the LMSs with Moodle, and we are not going to have Moodle because Moodle is a bit difficult for the beginners. Right. Let me move on. Now the second one that I'm going to use is Genomio. See, Moodle, you will have to pay for storage. See, as department, if you are trying to get Moodle, you will have to pay for the storage. But Genomio is completely free. It is like a free own website. And it also facilitates a lot of activities. It is based on Moodle and it's completely free. A lot of activities you can have. You can have, you can have online forums. You can have attendance taking. You can have tests. You can have, repository of books, repository of glossary. All these are very many activities that you can have in Genomio. Don't worry, whatever that I tell you, you need not take it into your mind. Just get to know. I will just give you this. You can explore whenever you are free. This is Talent LMS. See here, you've got courses. You can divide the students into groups and you can organize conferences. You can have discussion forums and you can schedule different activities for assessment, test and assignments and so on. Even in companies, they use this. This is Talent LMS. And you have got Class Dojo. Class Dojo is very, very interesting, assigning characters to the students. It is much used in schools. It is much used in European countries. Yeah, it is Genomio free. Yes, madam. Subha, madam, Genomio is free. Yeah. Now, Pharma LMS. Pharma LMS is integrated with Office tools. All the Office tools are integrated. So you can very well make use of the MS Office tools online. And see, this is very, very simple and globally much used tool. All of us know, many of us know Google Classroom. How many of you know Google Classroom? Press 1. How many of you know Google Classroom? Press 1. How many of you know Google Classroom and the nuances of Google Classroom? Press 1. All of you know. Okay, today we have scheduled Google Classroom only. Okay, whatever that you do not know, I will touch upon. Okay, not necessarily I can cover everything. I can, many ones. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Now let me move. I will, today's demonstration is going to be on Google Classroom. I will let you know, maybe I can read what are the areas that you would like to go with or to be updated with. So we shall go on that. And the next two, we are going to have, one of the days we are going to have Classroom Craft, a simple tool for interactive teaching and learning. Very, very simple. Classroom Craft. Okay, classroom screen. And the Vayan is very simple LMS where you can have the observation of the computers through in which the students are connected. For example, if you want to have a test or something like that, you can connect and you can keep watch of their computers connected by the students. So you can monitor. This is Vayan to monitor the students, what they do and all that. And this is a very, very prevalent LMS in European countries, much used in schools and higher education arena in European countries. Edmodo, very simple, and you can even have a semester examination. Tomorrow we are going to have demo on this. How many of you are acquainted with Edmodo? Can I have your answers? If no, yeah, it's free. It's free. It is free. Vayan you will have to pay for. Vayan you will have to pay. It's not free, but Edmodo is free. Edmodo is completely free. How many of you have used? Press 1 if you know. If you know, press 1. If you do not know, press 2. The person will do. Yeah, many twos. Okay, you will feel very comfortable with it tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, professor. So we will have hands-on. And this classroom, one of the simplest tool for interactive teaching and learning. We will learn this. We'll learn this. I'm going to more. And so interesting mechanism here. You can very interesting tool. This is Slido. I will just give you demonstrations. And this is Classroom Craft for evaluation. Sir was, Professor Rajan was just insisting at the beginning to have emphasis on evaluation. Yes, we are going to have evaluation. This is one of the tools which you can use it for conducting tests online. Beautiful reporting is facilitated by this tool. You can get individual results, question-wise results, and so on. Yes, we will explore it in one of the days. Okay, I hope on the third day. Now we also have Nearpod. Nearpod has beautiful way of giving content, both content plus activities. For example, I have 2-3 slides and in between some activities. I can get connected with the participants and have some activity. This is Nearpod. Nearpod is one of the very, very interesting LMS available online. It is also free. You can also go for a paid version. It is free also. So see, whatever tools that I've shown you, free versions available with certain limitations. And if you want to upgrade, you can go for paid versions. Not signed in. Sir, one of professor is waiting. One of the professor is waiting. So please admit her. Yeah, thank you. That is Nearpod. And this is Mentimeter. Many of you may be aware. Mentimeter that we used to have interactivity with the participants, and there are very many interesting mechanisms are there to interact. Now today, professors, for today it is almost about 10:30, 10:40. I will go up to today. I will take up 15 minutes from now. Now the today's plan is to have classroom creation. And I hope all of you know classroom creation. If you know any steps, we will skip. I will get open, then I shall move on. Material uploading, and we will also assignment creation and conduct of test and evaluation management. These are the emphasis that we would like to have. Now, I would like to listen to let's straight away move on for the demonstration. I would like to stop here, dear professors. 1 minute. Now, dear, to you. What is the difficult part that you would like to have? Now we are going to have the scheduled demonstration is today for Google Classroom. What is the part that you would like to clarify? See, I have listed starting from classroom creation. What is the one that you would like to emphasize? Then we shall move on to that. Able to listen to me? Is my voice clear? Or is there any difficulty listening to me? There is one participant.
No, your voice is clear.
Voice is clear, sir, but there's a little bit of discontinuity.
No, it's there in between for a fraction of seconds, but otherwise
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And now I would like to thank you, Professor. I would like to have your opinion now. What should we go with? Now, please give your opinion. It is breaking. Is it breaking? Are you not able to listen to me? How to export and download? Yeah, download options. Okay, sir. For creating rubrics and students groups. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Any other opinions, please? Can I listen to you for some time? Yeah. Any other creating rubrics? Yeah, I will just explore creating rubrics. Any other? See how I would like to know how many of you. So, see, professors, I'm just seeking your opinion only on Google Classroom. Only on Google Classroom, not Google Meet. We are talking about Google Classroom. You can also clarify at the end, other than Google Meet Classroom also. Some students are finding difficult to upload your assignment, especially if it is a long content. Yeah, sometimes because of the network, extract attendance data. Sir, in Google Classroom, see, please understand, Google Classroom, it's not a live class. Okay, I think you are confused with Google Classroom and Google Meet. Google Meet is for synchronous classes, synchronous mode of teaching and learning. I am talking about Google Classroom, asynchronous way of teaching and learning, where the students come on their own here now and then. So there is no need of attendance. See, their submission is taken into consideration for attendance, right? Okay, now any other difficult part? Professors, can I have your opinion? Otherwise, I should not go in the area where you are familiar with. Now I shall ask from this. Press 1. Now, how many of you are not aware of creating classes? Press 2 quickly. Based on that, I can go ahead. How many of you are not aware of creating classes with Google Classroom? Creation of classes. Creation of classes. Press 2. Creation of classes, only 1? Yeah, 2. Okay. Creation of classes, yeah, I think a handful of professors have given your opinion. Okay. For the benefit of time, I shall move ahead. Yeah. Now, I would like to share my screen. 1 minute. Kindly hold for a moment. I'm just trying to share. Yeah, there's power. That's why I feel difficult. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Are you able to see my screen? Sir, is screen visible? Able to see my... Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Google Classroom. Yeah, just start with Google Classroom. Google Classroom. Just type in professor for the...
So the voice is breaking.
Yeah. Kindly hold on for time, sir. I think there is a power problem, sir. There is
Okay.
power failure. That's why we have the bottom is switched off. So I'm using my system, sir. I'm using my system. That's why. Unfortunately, the power has gone. Yeah. Am I audible now, sir? Am I audible now? Sir, am I audible
Yes,
now?
sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry to...
Yeah, very much. Very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, type Google Classroom, and the link it is classroom.google.com. I have shared a material, professors. I have shared a PDF material, simply defining pictorially, so you can use there, right? Classroom.google.com. The second link, not edu.classroom.com. This is for G Suite. This is for G Suite account. See, G Suite you will have to purchase, and this is free. What I'm going to explore is free, and G Suite you need to purchase for the institution, right? I'm going to use classroom.google.com. Ramana Kumar san can give it in the chat. Classroom.google.com. Classroom.google.com. On that, once you go into it, see, you will have to log in with your Google account. Professor, sometimes we have this difficulty. See, you cannot join with other account other than Gmail account. Am I clear? Only with Gmail account you will be able to join. Even if you have institutional ID, you cannot join. Professor, please take it from me. Even from institutional ID, you cannot join. So only with Gmail account you will be able to join. I have logged in. Now to start a class or to create a class, look at there on the top. See, I have logged in already. See, for the first time, if you're logging in, you will have to enter your email address and password, Gmail, not email, Gmail address and password. Just click over here to process. There is a plus symbol. Just click there, and there are two options. One is to create class, another one is to join class. Okay, when you click the plus symbol after logging in, you have create class option and join class option. I just click create. And there are policies given. Accept it by enabling this icon. Now the classroom name, for example, VMF or FDP by VM. Now Department of Audiology. See the section, other things it is off, right or you need not write. Okay, these are all optional. And I'm just writing my name in the room so that the students will easily identify. See, if you are creating a class, you can just put your name here so that students will easily identify you. The name will be appearing in the class. This will appear and the bottom this will appear. Okay, this will appear and this will appear. Just click create. After entering the parameters, necessary parameters, click enter. All these are up to you. Okay, there is no standard format or text defined. You can be creative in naming your class. I just click create. And professors, you can create any number of classes. Professors, please be aware of, you can create any number of classes. Okay, you can create any number of classes. There are two kinds of account. If you are the creator of the class, you are allowed to create your assignments. You are allowed to do anything. But if the student account, see there is a plus symbol, no? There is a plus symbol. I just request you to just click the plus symbol. I go back. Professor Ramana, please share this code. I want everyone to join here. W6YS2YQ. W6YS2YQ. Could you please? I'll do that. Yeah, I will just do that. W6YS2YQ. Can you please note it down, dear professor? WSYS2YQ, all in small letters. Yeah, professor. Thank you. Thank you. You are so fast. Yeah, thank you. Good. Now, professors, if you would like to join those professors who are new for the first time, I go back. See here. I go back. There is a plus symbol. Look at here. There is a plus symbol. I click over here and click here. Join class. Click join class. When I click join class, you will have to enter the code here. You will have to enter the code that I have copied. Okay, the code. When you enter your code, you will be able to join. Am I clear? This is how you can join. You will have to share the code and students will be able to join by entering the code. Am I clear? Right. Let me check how many of you have joined. I request you, all of you, to join. Please press the plus symbol and make use of the code. And here there are 4 on the top. You see there are 4 menu. Now Professor Sam Armstrong has joined. Thank you. And look at there on the top, you've got stream, you've got classwork, you've got people and grades. I will come back for, I will shortly turn into evaluation part so that it can be emphasized. Now, for the benefit of professors who are new to this tool and new to this LMS learning management system, yeah, many have joined quickly. Very good, very good. Good number of professors have joined. I request all of you to join. Go to Google Classroom and log in, click the plus symbol and enter the code. Professor Ramana can help them with the code again. Enter the code and you will be able to join. 8 of you have joined. I want all the 40. Only then I'll be able to know whether you have understood. Can I have all of you join? Only 8. If you have any difficulty, I shall just brief you again. No problem. Do you have any difficulty in joining? You can also give you a message in the chat. Do you have any difficulty in? Have you got it yet? 13 of you have joined. What about others? Come on quickly. 13. Okay, process. I request you to join. Now listen here. See, if you want other teachers to be invited, just click over here. You will invite teachers. You can place comma. You can give them their email address and you can invite, and they will accept the invitation. Once they accept the invitation, they will be part of the teaching fraternity. They will co-teach your subject. For example, if you happen to share papers, you can invite the co-teacher. He or she can be part of your class. Right? This is on the top by clicking create this symbol. And at the bottom you have another plus symbol. Here you can type student's email. If you have student's email specifically, you can just the student for students. Right? And dear professors, the settings alone. See here, look here. I just click over the settings. Professor, please see here settings. I just click over here. Come. And all settings we only accept this one. See, for example, you allow the student sometimes. It's breaking. Is my voice breaking again? Because
A bit in
please bear with me today. Yeah. But yeah, now once after all the students join, please disable your code. Cut here. See, you can disable the code. You can disable the code, and there is also another option. Look at here. There is also another option. Students, whether you are allowing the students comment. So you can allow the students to only comment or post. See, if you allow them to post, they will be posting unwanted materials. So it is better for online classes, just enable only this. Students can comment only, so that if they have any clarification, they can comment and come back. See, students can only comment. You can, or if you are a strict teacher, go for this option. Only the teachers can post and teachers can comment. Students want only they can observe things. That's all. So these are the two settings that I would like to have. See, for coding, I told you, see, this is here. Coding is here. When you click here, you can disable the coding. Okay, you can disable the code so that others need not join. And afterwards, see, for assessment, for calculating all the components, make sure you just enable this. See here, show overall grade to the students. Whenever you are updating an evaluation, see, the students have to get it. For example, total points or total category. Say, I just go with total points and enable it. Professors, please make sure in settings, enable this total points. See, overall grade calculation based on total points. Whatever marks that you give for different assignments and tests. See, it should be evaluated overall so that at the end you will get consolidated marks for 100%, right? Based on total. See, I've added this. And after changing this setting, please go on the top, save. Please press save. Yeah. Now I have saved it, and then by one of the professors. Sorry, that disappeared. I couldn't read it. Yes, now 28 of you have joined. Now, professors, so far we had the information of just creation of class. Now, what is the use? The professors, please distinguish. If you would like to give any information, please understand. Professors who are new, please understand. If you would like to give any information, for example, a notice with regard to fee payment, or with regard to some information about the college or the department, you can click the stream. And for example, tomorrow we will have the class. For example, I just give only information. Okay, I give information. Tomorrow, dear students, look at here, only for information. Dear students, you are invited for a special lecture on maybe something special lecture. Okay, something like that. You can also invite, for example, see, the invitation can be attached. See here, there are 4 options. You can attach the invitation from Google Drive or from your own file, from your own computer. I just click over file and I can click and I can take up. Let me just tell you. 1 minute. Yeah, I can upload from my, just by clicking file, you are taken to your system. From there, you can browse through and get your system, get your files uploaded. Yeah. You can upload. Yeah. See here, there is just for information. Just information, if there is any notice or something. So you can use the stream for giving information for the students. Number one. Am I clear? So it takes some time because of the network failures. I just cancel it because it takes time. Okay, I'm just canceling it. So this is the methodology for just inviting or giving information for the students, giving information or notice for the students. I'm canceling this process because it is getting delayed. Yeah, right now because of the power failure. Once after here, see, you can post. Look at your process. There are two schemes. You can post it or you can reschedule it. See, post means you can post it immediately. Schedule means it can be seen by the students on the time. Look at here. When I click here, I've got two. See here, post is here and schedule is here. Post is here, schedule is here. I can click schedule and the time. See, you can schedule it. For example, when I click schedule, the time comes and the date and time can be fixed. On that day, students will be able to see. Students will be able to see that. See, the saved announcement. You will be able to see. Students cannot see. It can be seen only on specified day. Right? This is stream. All your information will be available in stream. And sometimes unknowingly, the assignments are submitted by the students in stream. Should not allow the students. You will have to properly submit all the classroom activities. All the classroom activities should be done in classwork. I just click over classwork. Professor, just click over classwork. Click over classwork. When I click over classwork, you will have all these options. There is an option create. There is an option create with a button. I just click here and you have so many options. Now I shall brief you assignment, quiz creation, and as with some more option. Look at here the material. When I click here, I can upload my material. Students can avail their material and I can upload my material. You all know this. Just by clicking here, previous one that I showed you, you can upload materials, your content for the students. Just I shall give you a demo. Click over here, material creation. See here the title is given. For example, ICT based teaching learning evaluation. Just leave a note. Since it is online, give clear cut information for the students. Give clear information for the students. So I just give it as dear students. The message as dear students. Make use of the material. Make use of the material on online teaching learning and evaluation. So look at here, look at the bottom. See, you can even make it bold, italics, and give the list. See, you can even have list of it. For example, it covers. See here. Number one, what about the importance, the gist of the material? You can give them in bullets. Okay, you can give them in bullets. Where, for example, ICT tools, LMS tools for evaluation, something like that. You can even make use of the list of the material that consists of. Now, after doing all these things, look at here, add and file, click file, and you will be able to get it from your own computer. See, I have a material. I just open it and it is getting uploaded. Once after getting uploaded, it will be available in the classroom. Just hold for a moment. I shall tell you. Now, this is also can be posted immediately or it can be scheduled. It can be scheduled. Okay, it can be posted or it can be scheduled. It can be posted or it can be scheduled. It is being uploaded. After uploading, the uploading part is over. Then we have to plan for sending it to students maybe immediately or for scheduling. So please remember posting it that the students get the access to the material posted immediately. The schedule will have the access of the student on the scheduled date and time. Yeah, it is almost. Once after it is completed, go on the top right. You got post option. Just click with a post. It will be going to the students. If you click over the arrow here, see here at the bottom you have an arrow. There is an option for schedule. And click the date and time. You will be able to schedule the material to be shown to the students. So, for example, I am free. So I upload all the materials for all the 5 units. Not necessarily that you can do all the units together. But when I am free, I can schedule it and keep it, but it can be available for the students later when there is a need. So you can schedule them, right? It is getting delayed. I'm very sorry. So that is why there is it reflects upon the network speed also. The next one that I straight away move on for online based assessment of assignments, right? I would like to show you online based assessment, how to assess it and how to evaluate it and how to create also. Also, I would like to go ahead with Google Classroom, Google Forms, conduct of test with Google Forms and various nuances of assigning, and you can even shuffle the questions, so on. Professor, this is methodology. Since it is taking time, though it is uploaded, it is getting delayed. Just cancel it. Cancel the process. This is yeah. Now I'm canceling it because it takes a lot of time. Yeah. So once after doing it, look at here. You can select here the topic. You can create the topic. For example, materials. The topic can be materials, course materials, or any topic that you can give. It can be course materials. See, look at here. The schedule option is here. Post option here. I just use post. It is available. See here. The title course materials here, and the material that we have posted is here. So on this title, you can go ahead posting one by one like this. So this is, see, this symbol shows that it is material. And if I want to create an assignment, look at here. I just go for creating assignment. Click here, assignment. There are two kinds of assignment. Number one is just assignment. Number two is quiz, MCQs. So I just go for assignment. Click over here and assignment title. For example, Google Classroom creation. Google creation section. This is the assignment that I'd like to review today. Dear learners, create a test. Create a test using Google Forms and submit the link here. So that is the assignment. So clearly mention. See, whenever you go for creating assignments, please clearly mention. Professors, please clearly mention all the criteria. Now I'm going to teach you rubrics. Please understand, dear professors, I'm going to teach you rubrics. Right. Now look at here. Also, now I have given the instruction. Come back on the right side. Come back on the right side. See how many points that you would like to give. How many points that you like, that can be specified. See, I would like to give 10 points. So I'm just specifying with the points. And the due date. Please understand the due date. Click over here and see here in Google Classroom, there is no cutoff date. See, for example, automatically, for example, tomorrow I want you all to submit. For example, 2nd. Tomorrow by 9 o'clock, I want all of you to submit. So I just click the date and the time. Look at here at 9 o'clock, I can change it. See, for example, I just click and type 9. It is PM and change it as AM. So I just change it as AM. I've changed it. Now the topic. See here, the topic can be created like course material. There is a topic is here. So I would like to create a topic assignments. Assignments. So the topic has been created. Now let us go for rubrics. Imagine that this is an assignment for the students project. Okay. Imagine, assume. Now I just click over rubric. Professors, please be reminded of. I click over rubric. And there are 2 or 3 options you can import from sheets, Excel sheet. You can reuse the rubric if you have fixed already. You can create a new. I just go for creating rubric. Click create. Okay, click create. And you can have the point in descending order or ascending order. You can have it ascending order means maybe minimum number, and descending order means maximum number. Right, from the top to bottom. Now criteria 1, you can fix the criteria 1. See, there may be various criteria for evaluation. For example, you are talking about Imagine that I'm talking about project work. Okay. So project thing, I would like to take up the concept, the project concept or the ideology behind. Okay. So for concept, I give 50 marks. And for the bound volume, I can go for another 50 marks. Totally 100. Am I clear? The note concept and the methodology, I would like to have 50 marks. And the next 50 marks for the bound volume. Professors, do I make any sense to you? Because there is no interaction. Here also there is no power. So I'm just, finding it difficult to just, go ahead. Can I have your response? Are you able to get it? See, please feel free to interact with me if you don't understand. Yeah. Look at your. I've got two grades. Just press two. One is enough. One is enough. If any question is asked, just press one is enough. Yeah. I would like to have 2 criteria for projects. For any assignment also, you can give any number of criteria. You can even go with single criteria. For example, the assignment okay. Shall we go with single criteria or 2 criteria? I would like to start with 2 criteria. Also, I would like to go with 1 criteria. Now look at here. To start with single criterion assignment. Okay. Now the quality of assignment. Quality of assignment. Okay. The idea is quality assignment, right? The criteria. The description, quality is assessed. The quality is assessed based on the standard of questions. Standard of questions, number of questions, and so on. Number of questions. Likewise, you can give the description so that the fellow teachers will be able to identify. So clearly specify what are the criteria that you are going to evaluate. In number of or concept, or maybe the decoration, or the impression, or the presentation, whatever that you want to fix. You just give a clear description here, right? I just go for the points. Now I go with 10 points. See, maximum point is 10, no? Maximum point I've given is 10. Level title is, for example, excellent. This is excellent. Criteria, I fix it as excellent. Assignment is excellent. Okay. And describe. Why do you give that? For example, if the questions are, see, the assignment that I've given is creation of MCQ for you. So I'm going to evaluate based on number of questions first. So if the questions are more than 10, questions are up to 10, questions are 10 in number, 10 or more than 10, 10 or more than 10. So if the questions, number of questions is 10 or more than 10, this excellent will be the quality of the question. So reading out to the questions and checking. This is for only model. I'm not going to check the quality of the questions because I'm of your area. So like this. So what criteria that is fixed for giving 10 marks for the student? That is fixed. Okay, 10 points are fixed. And go for the next one. See, add the plus symbol. Add the plus symbol. When I add the plus symbol, next criteria, I can fix 9 points. And the level is very good. Level is very good. If the questions, again, see the same thing, I'm just taking it up. If the questions, see, likewise, you can specify the criteria. If the number of questions are 8 to 10, 8 to 10, 8 to, now up to 8. Up to 8. Okay, 8, but if the questions are 8 in number, okay, 9 marks will be given. Okay, 9 marks will be given. It's also based on the quality also. Okay, I just go for the next quality. Next content, 8. If the questions are good, for example, good. The same I'm copying and putting it. You be creative in your, in your evaluation categorizing, right? I just give, if the questions are 6, I just give 8. And the next one is, for example, I go for 6 marks and it is fair. Okay, fair. If the questions are 5, if the number of questions are 5, number of questions are 5, okay, 6 marks. Less than that, I give 5 marks. That's all. So these are all the points. See, fair, and this one is satisfactory. Okay. it is less than 5%. Whatever that they given, and you can give it. For example, less than 5 questions. Less than 5 questions. So this is, I have given you the assignment. Please understand, I have given you the assignment of creating MCQ. You are all creating an MCQ and submitting the link. That is the assignment. See, as a trainer, I will assess how many questions that you have submitted. Whether it is 10 questions, 10 marks, 8%, 9 marks. So based on evaluation criteria. So I have got for totally 1, 2, 3, 5 criteria. Am I clear? It is only for one category, just for number of questions and the standards. That's all. Now what do? I just click save. See here, I just click save. So when I click save, the rubrics that appears here. Look at here. Look at here, the rubrics that appears. If the student get 10 questions, so I just click over and they will be able to get 10 questions, right? 10 marks. And when I click anything, I will be able to give them 10 marks, right? Right now, dear professor, so the rubrics has been created. I would like to give you one more demo on the rubrics. So press assign. Now I want any of you to submit something model. Professors, I request you, one of you, if you are connected to this Google Classroom, submit anything. You need not submit the form, Google form. You just submit anything. Submit a form. I would like to show you evaluation. Okay. I just click assign. So once I have assigned, see, look at there. It is under evaluation. Look at here. It is under evaluation. It is under classwork. So as teachers, see, students will have only these three: stream, people, and grade. So when I click over here, look at here. When I click over here, I can get 32 students. 32 participants have joined, and now no one has submitted assignment. The due date is 9 a.m. If you want to evaluate, just go over here. Just click here, view assignment. You will have the assignment for all the students. When I click here, I can go on evaluate. Okay. I expect one of you to just give your assignment quickly. Can I have something submitted quickly? Can I have one of you to submit as early as possible so that I can give you a demo? Before you submit, I would like to give you demo on evaluation. I would like to go here, evaluate to other classes for evaluation. Okay. Professors, I click over here. See, look at here. When I click here, I can go for other Google Classrooms, right? One professor has submitted. Look at here. One professor has submitted. See, out of 32, one has submitted. See here. Just click view assignment. When I click view assignment, and yeah, Professor Rakesh has submitted. Look at here. So I just click here. When I click that assignment, this is how you evaluate. Look at here. I just load the assignment. The assignment is here. Loaded assignment. Look at your process. The assignment is here. I think he has not submitted anything. Professor, I want you to submit, no? So he has not submitted anything. Sometimes, students unknowingly press only turn in. They act very smart. Sometimes, they just press turn in, which means they have submitted. But file will not be there. For them, you will have to just tell them. Look at here. Imagine that if there is a file. So I go through here and come back here. Look at the parameters here. All the rubrics are here. See here. See 10 points, 9 point, 8 point, or something like that. See, I can give, see, 5 points. See here, 5 point has come. When I click here and the rubrics, based on the rubric, it comes. Okay, quality. Look at here, the quality. You can choose. You can choose. Based on that, for example, I just select excellent. So the parameters are here. Based on that, you can choose. See here. Here it is given a simple one. See here. I can change it. See, 8, 9, something like that. Right. And if you want to give the comment for the students, for example, if you would like to just tell them that you have not attached the file. You have not attached the file. If you have not attached the file, you have to return the assignment, not giving the marks. But for just for the clarification, I have just given the marks. See, once after pressing, see, post the comment. Students will be able to know the comment and press return here. When I click return, students will be able to know the score. For example, I just click over return. Make sure you must press it, or you can do it at the end. You can do it at the end. You can press return. It will go immediately to the students and it will be notified to their email address. And if you want to evaluate the next student, see, I just click over here. The next student, see, Sam Armstrong. See, he has not submitted. See, it is only assigned. And I can go to the next student. Likewise, I can go to one by one. See, next student. See, Satya Ryan. And the next student. See, Savita. Next student, Som Segar. See, Som Segar. Next student. See, likewise, you can have so many students coming one by one, and you can evaluate them here. See, the parameters are here, and click and post it. This is how. Am I clear to you, dear professors? This is how you just evaluate, right? Fine. Have you got it, dear professors? Have you clarified with rubrics? Have you got clarification with rubrics? Professors, have you got clarification with rubrics? If you have, press 1. Otherwise, if you have any clarification, you're welcome to make it. Professors, can I have your response? Have you got it? Press 1. If you do not get it, just can I have your response? Yeah. Thank you. If you have any clarification, you just open your mic and ask me, please. I shall clarify you. Any clarification? Shall I tell you once again with rubrics? Shall I tell you once again with rubrics? Sets of criteria. Professors, can I have you? Shall we go rubrics again, or shall I move on to Google test, Google form test? Professor, shall I move on for Google form test, or would you like to have one more demo?
So I think it's clear.
Yeah. Shall we go for criteria? Two criteria. Shortly, I'll just tell you. Okay, in a short man. Yeah, Google Forms. Many of you are asking for Google Forms. Okay, I shall go ahead. Now look at, I would like to go again. One more assignment. See here, I just create one more assignment. See here, now one assignment has been graded. 2 people have submitted. See, I just click over view assignment, and 2 people have submitted. See, Professor Satyanarayanan has submitted. I just click over here and see the assignment. See, assignment is here. I can go through the assignment. Look at here. It is getting loaded. Once you get through the assignment and the quality is here, and based on that, you can submit it. Based on that, you can evaluate the assignment. See here, some file is there. Thank you, sir, for submitting. And one more professor also has submitted. Thank you for submitting. Yeah. Now 250. Yeah, yes, submitted. Based on that, see here, excellent. See, I have given excellent. Then return it. Make sure you must return. Only then the assignment. If you want to download the assignment, look at here. Professors, if you want to download the assignment, see here, you can download it. Okay, you can download it and you can store it later. And by default, the assignments are stored in your Google Classroom. Professors, for your information, by default, the assignments are stored in your Google Classroom. Right? Sorry, Google Drive. Okay, fine. Let me go ahead with one more trial of rubrics. I just click classes, create assignment. Just click over here. And this time is thesis submission. Thesis submission. How do you evaluate thesis? Thesis submission. And give them enough information here. Okay, due to want of time. Point is 100. Due date is next month. Just for an example, next month. And the time is up to 12 o'clock at night. Okay, I go for rubrics. This time I'm going for double deck rubric. Okay, 2 criteria. Criteria number 1 is the concept or topic chosen. Topic or concept. Okay, topic or concept. The criteria, you just clearly define the criteria. Okay, the depth of depth. Maybe the criteria is originality and quality. All these are various parameters, right? Right now, I have 50 marks for this. I have 50 marks. First criteria is 50. So if you give them 50 out of 50, if it is excellent, okay, or grade A, you can keep it as A grade, grade A. Okay, grade. And description, why do you want to give that 50? So specify clearly so that other professors can evaluate clearly. Okay, I just want to go for originality, if the concept is original and something like that. So I'm going for description. It will take time. Okay. So number of pages and the concept also. So likewise, you can give something. So based on quality, I'm just making quality here. Quality and concept is excellent. If the quality and the concept is excellent, criteria. See, I just give 40 marks and level B, and the description is if the quality and the concept is okay, good. And the next level is, so you can go for 30 marks and level C, and if the quality is fair, and you can specify. Due to want of time, I'm just skipping, and I go to the next one. I can give 25 marks And level D, grade D, you can just tell them that it's satisfactory. Satisfactory. See, we don't give less than this. Okay, satisfactory. Okay, I've given. Now the first set is over. It is for 50 marks. First set of criteria is over. Next one is for the notebook. I just click over here. And I go for the next one. Second one. Now I just go for the second criteria. Okay, second criteria is 50. Dear professors. Sorry. Just delete it. I would like to delete this and click add criterion at the bottom. See here, professor, first criteria is over. First criteria is and the topic. Okay. And the next one, I am going for the second criteria, add criterion. Click over here. And the criteria is bound volume, the notebook, the bound volume. Here, the quality is based on the neatness, number of pages, algorithms, and so on. Whatever that you just fix it now from your own terminologies, fix it. Now I just fix it as 50. So grade is A. Excellent. If the number of pages and everything is excellent, you just give A. Excellent. I go for the next one. See, point of time, I'm not describing anything. 40 and grade B. Good. Next one. 30. Grade C. It is. And the fourth one, 25. And the grade is D and satisfactory. Okay. I have got these two criteria. See, two sets of criteria. First criteria for 50, another criteria for 50. So totally 100. See, totally 100 marks. Am I clear to you, professors? This is to evaluate 100 marks. I just click save. Now look at here. Press save. Now bring this assignment. I just bring this topic assignment. Now I have assigned. Look at you set criteria. 50 marks. First one is for concept, second one for number of pages and the neatness of the bound volume. So how you can get that, I'll quickly do that and go over. And within 10 minutes, 10:30, we will kind of. Yeah. It is once it's assigned, I will you for assessment of this. Okay, get delayed. We go on to the next step.
Sir, you got your voice is breaking.
Yeah, is it okay now? Is it okay? Now, professors, look at here. Once it is assigned, one get assigned. Once it is assigned properly, then I can go and show you the two criteria. One, can you hold first, right? Get loaded. Let it get loaded. I would like to go to Google Forms. I would like to go to Google Forms process. I would like to give you the pointers of Google Forms. Then let me check whether it is loaded. Yeah, it's loaded. Look at the process. It is loaded. One. It is assigned. Yeah, it's getting assigned. Let me check. One minute. Kindly hold for some time. It is being paid. Okay. Let it get loaded. Until then, we'll move on for Google Forms, right? Just go to Google Forms. Google Forms. Now, professors, when you assign marks, have any questions, and so I will give you some criteria. We can calculate and we'll call it a day. Here, the network issue. Make sure tomorrow there won't be any network issue. Yeah, I have gone to Google Forms. Now please see that how do you create, how do you conduct test? I will just go ahead one by one. You can just listen. Now look at your for For those of you who are new, just click plus symbol. Click the plus symbol. When I click plus symbol, I'm taken to the new test, the new test area, right? So first thing that you do when you take for test, the first thing that you do, look at here. I just click over here. There are three options. Just click the settings. Professors, just click the settings on the top. Click the settings on the top. I just click the settings. Is it visible to you? Is it visible to you, professors? Professors, is it visible to you? Is my screen visible to you? See, I've given the settings here. I have given the settings here. Collect the email. Otherwise, you will be able to know which students has given that. So collect the email address. Click collect the email address. Click collect the email address, right? And generally, it is under general. Professors, once again, I have pressed settings. In that, I have pressed general. And see how you conduct test. Make sure you press this limit to one respond. Otherwise, you press limit to one respond. And see, this should not be enabled. This should not be enabled. If you are conducting a survey from a respondents, you can go for it. But when you purely conduct this, this should not be enabled. Okay, this is general. And go for presentation. So you can progress. You can give them progress. If you have 10 questions, students will be able to know how many questions they have crossed. So progress bar you can show. For example, if you have 5 questions, it will be shuffled. The questions will be shuffled. So that one student will have the first question something and the other question. So enable shuffling option. And once after completing the test, you will have to give them some information. For example, congratulations, you have successfully completed the test. Something like that. Congratulations, you have completed the test. Not successfully. Successful depends upon the marks that they score. Completed the test. Okay. Then quizzes. Very importantly, you will have to press quizzes. Click on quizzes. Enable this button. You have to enable this button as make this as a quiz. Make this as a quiz. Okay. Now carefully note it, dear professors. If you are evaluating, if you want to evaluate immediately, for example, we fix 5 questions and all the 5 questions are evaluated immediately. And if you want the students to know their marks immediately, press immediately. Otherwise, if you want them to send the marks later, click later. Click later. Okay, right now I want you all to have it immediately. And see, the students can have missed question. Please understand, professors, this is where we have to be cautious. Be able to know missed question. See, don't give them the correct answer. You know why? Because when we conduct test, one student will get the correct answer and take the screenshot and pass it to other students. So what do? Just don't show them the correct answer. Otherwise, it will be known to one student who finished the test first and send it to all of them in the WhatsApp group. So you will have to disable this. You will have to disable the correct answer. Have I made you clarified? Correct? Disable that. And point values, of course, they can see. So once you fix all these criteria, click save. Professors, once again, I shall tell you, go to general and make sure you collect email address and limit to one respond. You have to limit to one respond. Why I am collecting email address? Because I am linking this Google form to Google Classroom. I am connecting this Google form to Google Classroom. Please remember. And in the presentation, just enable only these two, right? And go to quizzes. And if you want the students to know the score immediately, click immediately. Otherwise, turn later. And there is an option missed questions and point values. You can give them this disable correct answers. Otherwise, students will copy. Okay. Once after doing all these, make sure you press save. I have saved it. Okay, I have done everything. Right now, I would like to have a top. See, for example, every institution, you can keep something on the top banner. How do you keep them? Look at here. Customize theme on the top. Click over here. Click here. Choose theme. Choose image. Upload. Go to upload. Browse. And I can choose any of these. For example, see this one. Sorry. I can choose the background and keep it on top. Maybe which that the student able to identify. So it's better you always go with the top banner. So when you conduct test, okay. So you can design a top banner and keep it on the top of the test conducted. It is also getting delayed. So usually it is unusual that it doesn't take long time. Quickly it does. Okay. Imagine that on the top you get. Now I'm just skipping this step because it is delaying. Unfortunately, it's delaying, so I'm just skipping this step. I just close it because, yeah, I've closed it. Right now, let us move on and the title as internal test 1. For example, internal test 1, and give them enough information. For example, choose the best answer. Choose the best answer. Best answer. And you can tell them that answer all the questions, something like that. For example, 5 into 1. 5 into 1, totally 5 marks. 5 into 1, totally 5 marks. And I go for the first question. Before I go for the first question, so you will have to tell them name. See here, name, student name or full name. Full name and certain. See here, this has to be compulsory. Only then they can proceed further. It has to be compulsory. And I would like to go for the next question. See, when I press C, I go to the next question. See here, this plus symbol, it will take you to the next question. Next question, register number. Register number. Okay. Register number. And here, you will have to press it as short answer. See here, list here. There are so many criteria here. You have to press short answer. See, if you want to go for maybe a question of descriptive part, you can go for paragraph. See here, paragraph answers also can be done. I would like to go for short answer and click required. Click required. So the first part is over. When you conduct test, you need to know name and register number. The first part is over. I would like to go for the next part. So go for the next section. The first part is students criteria and the next part is section. Click over here. Section, add section. See here. See here we have got set of criteria, set of gadgets. I would like to click the last one, add section. See, it goes to the next section. Next section is completely questions. Okay, I just name it as to answer all the questions. Answer all the questions. Okay, this is the first part. Okay, part A. Part A. Okay, this is part A. Answer all the questions. You can give them descriptions, right? And press the plus symbol. You can add the question. See, I just press the plus symbol. Now, what is the color? See, simply for simple questions, I would like to go. What is the color of sky? What is the color of sky? Okay. The answer. Now look at the answer B. See, you can give the answer. For example, red, green, blue, black. Okay, this is so. All see, you can go any number of options. See here, when you click, options are added. Okay, your options are added. Now, once after fixing this, you will have to go for answer. Click over here, and you will have to give the right answer. See, for example, blue. And if you want to give them the feedback, for example, if you want to give them some instruction, you can give them why it is blue and all that if you want. And come back here. I would like to give 1 mark. See, if you want to give 1 mark, 2 marks, you can give them here. Right? 5 into 1, 10 marks. Totally, see, for example, total marks, 10 marks. Okay, totally 10 marks. Okay. And this question is for 5 into 1. 5 into 1 is equal to 5 marks. Okay, this is 5. And 1 mark is given. Now, carefully note it, dear professors. Once you do it, press done. Once you select answer, press done. You may have 2 options, right? In that case, you will have to choose 2. See here, 2. I have chosen 2. Click done. Click done. And make it sure you enable this. Make it sure you enable this, right? And press. If you want to copy the same, see here, you can copy the same. I just click over here. Duplicate. Get the same question here and change the question. For example, what is the capital of India? Capital India. Okay. Now the option number 1 is New Delhi. Option number 2, option number 3, Mumbai. 4, Calcutta. Okay. I have given 4 criteria. Again, you will have to go down to answer key and choose the right answer. For example, see, I would like to go for New Delhi and disable this and press done. Dear professors, at the bottom, look at here, there are 3 dots. Click over there. Click over the 3 dots. And here, you can shuffle the option. Please understand, you can shuffle the option. Look at here, for example, all the students will not get as New Delhi as the first option. Options also will be shuffled so that the students cannot share the answer. So I just give shuffle option. So the answer is shuffled. Okay, professors. I would like to have one more question. So I can press either here or here. I can press here or here. Now I would like to have more option. Look at your process, the second option. I can get questions from other MCQ forms. If you have other MCQ forms, for example, I just click here. When I click here, import, the second option, once again, dear process, look at here, the click, see import questions. When I click here, there are a lot of so you look at here, once again, I shall show you, click here, import questions, press import questions, and you can select any of the questions. See here, once I select it here, it appears here. Look at here, it appears. So whatever question that you want to select, for example, I just select it here, 1, 2, 3. I selected all these 3 questions, import. And import, see, I've got 3 questions. See, I've got 3 questions and 3 answers. See, I got it. Now I can go here, see, answers are also given. So I've got totally 5 questions. Okay, 5 questions added. Now I go for the descriptive part. The second part is descriptive part. So what do? I just go for the next section. I go to the last question and click next section. See, add section. Click add section. Now what do? Part B, and here answer any 2 questions. Answer any 2 questions. So here 2 into 5, 10 marks, or 2 into 2.5. 2.5 is equal to 5 marks. Okay, like that you can give, specify the criteria. Press add questions. See, I have pressed add questions here. Now the questions can be different, very creative. For example, look at here. I can add a descriptive type. For example, list the symptoms of COVID-19. List the symptoms of COVID. Okay, I have listed it down. It should be question. So what should I do? I just click here. Paragraph, and I just click paragraph so that I can add. Now can click add marks for 2.5. I press 2.5 or 3 or 5 marks. I have to give 5 marks. So I can press done. Okay, this is done, and make it compulsory. See, if you are giving it choice, don't make it as a compulsory one. So I'm just keeping it empty and press the next question. Add another question. This time I would like to listen to some video and comment. For example, listen to the video and give your comments. Give your comments. That's what. Okay. Listen to the video and give your comments. Now we add the video. Look at here. Add video. Add video option is here. You can add image or video. Like a video here. I would like to add a simple video. This is all. Please understand. You and video.
Sir, your
No.
voice is
One more.
breaking, sir.
I'm not speaking, sir. I'm just taking. Am I audible, sir? Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, now it's okay,
Sir,
sir. Again, it got disconnected.
You you want of time I'm keeping it empty. You press the URL. You press the URL from YouTube or something. We can get watching video able to get the comment. That question. Okay. Have you got it? Professor, have you got my you can create it. You can some of you are able
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir, now.
am I audible? Sir, am I audible now? Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, now yes, sir. Now yes.
Now it's okay, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Now it's okay, sir.
Professor,
Not fully, sir.
am I audible?
No, it's
No,
lot of breaks.
your voice is breaking, sir.
Ramakumar, sir,
Yeah,
am I
yeah,
audible?
it's okay, sir. But
Yeah, now it's okay.
now it's okay.
Just yeah, it's breaking again. It's breaking again, sir. It's breaking again. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. It's breaking again.
Am I audible?
Breaking again.
Sir. Yeah. Okay. Professors, don't worry. Tomorrow, yeah. Is it audible, sir? Is it audible now? Is it audible, sir?
Now it's okay.
Am I audible?
Now it's yeah. Now it's clear, sir.
Yeah. Finish. Let me continue because today we are facing difficulty. Tomorrow I make sure it won't be there. Okay. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 minute. I'm sharing my screen. Kindly hold. Kindly hold for some time. Kindly hold for some time. Is my screen visible? Look, sir, is my sir, is my screen visible? Sir, is my screen visible? Can I have your response, sir?
No, sir. Actually, it shows you are sharing your content. It's loading, sir.
Yeah. Sir, Ramana Kumar, sir. Ramana Kumar, sir.
Yeah,
Ramana Kumar, sir.
now we got your screen, sir.
Yeah. Am I audible right now? Could you please assist me with voice? Or please connected with mic. Please assist me. I need your help. And I don't know whether I'm audible because I'm facing a lot of network issue here. Now, look at here, sir. So I can add videos. I can add videos, and based on that, I can allow the students to complete this paragraph. Am I audible, sir? Am I audible, sir? Ramana Kumar, sir,
Yes,
am I
sir.
audible?
Now, okay, sir. You can proceed.
Yeah. So I have
Please
given,
proceed, sir.
I have given video one. So I have got two sets of questions, sir. Once after posting it, look at here internal test, and here also it should be test. Here also it should be internal test, and I go back. Press send. Press send. Click here. Press send, and click this link. Shorten the URL. Click shorten the URL, and the URL is obtained here. Copy this. Copy this. Click shorten the URL, sir. Copy. Come back to Google Classroom. So I have come back to Google Classroom. Right now I was telling you about the other one, creation of the assignment. No, it is being created. Look at here. Thesis submission is created. See, I told you, no, thesis submission is created. I told you, then I will with the test. I just go view assignment. See here, there are two people have submitted. I just press over here. I got two criteria. No, I got two criteria. I just click over here. When I click the assignment, it is taken. It is taken to the next page. It is taken to the page. Now look at here. Two sets of rubrics is here. One is on the topic and the bound volume. For example, 50 marks, and this is 50 marks. The first one is 50 marks and the second one is 50 marks. Sir, is my voice okay? Sir, is my voice okay? Sir,
Yeah, sir. Now it's okay, sir. Now clear, sir. Now again breaking, sir.
Sir, one thing we shall do, sir. this part, I swear that tomorrow the problem won't be there. Shall we call it a day and shall we take it tomorrow, sir?
Sure, sir. We can do it tomorrow.
Or if my voice is okay, I can repeat, sir. If you are not unable to hear, we shall move
No,
tomorrow.
I think the
What is
voice
your opinion?
continue to break in
Sir, what is your opinion?
It's continuously breaking, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
So
we can have it tomorrow.
Sir.
Tomorrow manage பண்ணலாம் சார் ஒரு half an hour extra பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Yeah.
That will be better.
Yeah. Professors, yeah.
Instead of
Professors,
10 to 11 we can make
professors,
it
I
10 to
request you.
11:30.
Professors, I request. Yeah, yes. So, professors, tomorrow won't be there. See, because we had a lot of hurdles here, power failure and so on. Tomorrow, I make sure I go for broadband. Won't be the connection won't be problem. So, I would like to so far, I would like to know: have you been clarified with the creation of with script and script part of the executive part? Class over here? Any clarification process? So far, we have
I think the audience can have their questions ready for tomorrow. Yeah, once the connections are over, I think tomorrow we'll be able to answer you. So reserve your questions for tomorrow. That will be fine. Is that okay, sir?
we can make it like this, sir.
Will also be there in the. Yes, sir. I am also in group, sir. In the group available, sir. I am also available in the WhatsApp. We have clarification. So,
Sir, still your voice is breaking. We can't hear you well.
Okay, so we'll see to
Dr. Vimal, Ramana Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think the audience can reserve the questions for tomorrow.
Sure, sir. Even they can ask in WhatsApp group, sir. They are in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Anything they can ask him in WhatsApp group directly, sir.
Yeah.
He is also in the WhatsApp group.
That's fine. So any questions they can put up in the WhatsApp group, I think we'll be able to answer. If not in the group, maybe tomorrow morning.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, are you able to hear, Dr. Vimal?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we can start tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I think the connectivity will be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
And maybe we can extend half an hour tomorrow to compensate whatever we lost today.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. Ramana Kumar, you can just find up and the feedback form, how we are going to send.
Now I'll be sending the feedback form in the meeting, sir. I'll be sharing it now.
In the chat box?
Yes, sir.
It has come.
I have shared in chat box, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So the audience can give the feedback. That becomes mandatory now. And you can send it in the group also. That will be fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that will be fine. Okay. Can we wind up today?
Sure, sir.
Dr. Vimal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thank you all for listening.
Sir.
Of course, there are some interruptions regarding the network, and I think it will be. Of course, I did hear from other sources regarding the program today, and very nice feedback they have given. And except for the network issues, it has gone so well, and we'll compensate it tomorrow. So anyway, instead of 10 to 11, please spare yourself between 10 and 11:30. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vimal.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll meet at 10 o'clock again tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice of you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ramana Kumar, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So, Ramana Kumar, sir, tomorrow I don't have problems, sir. Today, unfortunate that the power has gone, so tomorrow I will connect it with broadband, so there won't be any difficulty. Okay, sir. We will
Sure,
make it,
sir.
sir.
Sure, sir.
We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, professors. So participants, I'm sorry. If there were interruptions, I'm very sorry. Tomorrow that we will. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And I have given the meeting, feedback link on the WhatsApp group also. So please, you can see to that also. Thank you.